Oh, they may be playing football, and the crowd is yelling, kill the referee. But no matter what the score, when the clock strikes 4, everything stops for tea.
Hi and welcome to Spill the Tea, the show for British expats and everybody that loves all things British. I'm Ian.
And I'm Sam. Good morning, everyone. We're going to have a magical show today because we've got David Goldrake on the show. We'll do something fun. We're going to ask you some questions today. Pie Man's here.
Alex, the pie guy, is here.
Pie Man's coming!
So we're very excited about
and other
that.
bits and pieces.
But you didn't have a docket. You didn't have like a little,
No, I just
graphic.
made it up as I went along.
But we got that. We got
BFF.
We've got BFF.
Yeah.
We've got all sorts of fun stuff.
Bits and
actually.
pieces.
Oh, and actually, one thing with David coming on the show in a little bit, he did suggest that he might be able to do a trick with you guys at home and to participate.
Yes.
So if you have a deck of cards handy or around the place,
Grab them now.
he's going to be on in about 15 minutes or so. So grab that deck of cards and then I don't know what he's planning on doing, but
Yeah, we don't
we'll
actually
find
know.
out, I suppose.
So
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
going to be a surprise. It's going to be magical.
So it's the last show of the year.
I know. Did you have a nice Christmas?
I did, yeah. We went up to my friend's cabin up in Duck Creek, Utah.
Oh,
It was a little
lovely.
snowy, not very snowy, but, which was probably better actually because it gets.
Did it feel Christmassy though?
Yeah, I mean it really did. It was nice and it was,
That's lovely.
yeah. It was very kind.
I had an interesting Christmas day.
Oh, you did?
Keeping in theme with 2020. So, not Boxing Day. Christmas Eve, we were at our friend's house, Kat and Todd's house, and that was lovely. We do that, just about every year if we're here in Vegas. And then Christmas Day, I've got all my stuff. Well, I said I was going to prepare everything so life would be easier. Well, I didn't prepare a single thing. And then I went outside. I should have brought the photo. I went outside because, it was quite warm on
Right.
Christmas Day. Laid on my new sofa, my patio sofa, and fell asleep.
Yeah.
And I looked like a corpse. like it's all stiff and weird. Jim put a blanket on me. I finally woke up about 4:00. And by which time, I just couldn't be bothered to cook a full Christmas dinner. And
It's age. It's creeping up on you.
it is. And the film, A Christmas Story,
Yeah.
where the dog eats the turkey and they have to go to a Chinese restaurant.
Yeah.
We ended up at Chinatown
Oh, no.
and we had Thai food.
Perfect.
That's what we did.
Why not?
So now it's
great.
going to be a New Year's Eve dinner.
I would say. Why not?
I just,
Especially this year. I mean, everything was going to be weird anyway.
it just didn't matter.
And in fact, actually, that was one thing we also wanted to put out to you guys because since this is the last show of the year, and it's been we all know the bad stuff that's happened this year and everything else, but just in that uplifting kind of sense of being positive. Look, this is our question for the day: what good came from 2020 for you? So we want to find out what something. A little ray of light, a little something,
a nugget.
little nugget that let us know in the comments, and we'll be reading those out in a little bit. So, what was good? What good came from 2020 for you? It could have been that you just didn't go out so much, and therefore you saved some money.
Maybe you didn't drink as much.
Or maybe you drank more, and that's a good thing. Who knows what it is?
Exactly.
Or even if you want to send a message to 2020, so long as we can read it out, we will read it out.
we will read it out.
And you know who you are if you're going to do something inappropriate.
That's true.
Mick. No, what I meant to say is Mick is saying hi on the comments and good morning, of course. Sue.
I read that name as George Hamilton.
Who?
That's watching. It's actually Hamilton George.
Oh, well, I'm sure he gets that a lot.
George
anyway.
Hamilton is watching the show with us.
Well, welcome, Hamilton. And then Sue's here. Adriana's here.
Right. Do you know, Mick?
Oh, Terry. I hadn't got to that one.
Mick's talking about the hummingbird, Bert. He's got this hummingbird in his garden. I've got two, but I haven't named them. I think I need to name them. But aren't they lovely? Oh, I think they're amazing. So
Yeah.
he's got a hummingbird.
Kevin just says the one word which I think sums us all up for us today: pie.
Pie.
As in pies.
That's one of the best things that's happened this year to us.
It really will. So get us all your comments in there. Marcus Deegan is watching.
Oh,
hello, he says. He's going to
hello.
be sitting right in this chair later this afternoon. And in fact, he's going to be helping us out, I think,
Next
week as well.
Yes.
And actually, that's another point. My gosh, it's a busy show today. So there is another announcement that we get to say today as well, which is, in fact, that it is Travis's last show as he's going to be moving on at the end of the year and leaving the studio. So this is the very last show that Travis will be doing.
How could you do that to me?
I'm sorry.
How could you do that to me?
Yes, it is. It's 2021 is going to be an interesting year for myself.
Tell me what you're going to do.
Oh God, what am I not going to do?
Don't
So
leave
many
me.
things. I'm just going to do so many things. There's so many things out there for to be done.
Come on, what are you doing? Tell me. Will it be as fun as this?
Probably not.
Right, no.
Let's be honest. This is fun. Every
Will they
week.
love you as much as I do?
Probably
No.
not. I'm working on some personal things. I just graduated college last year, so I'm trying to like kickstart parts of my career. So let's see what I can make happen.
I'm happy for you, sad for me.
That's how it works, right?
Yeah, it is how it works. What's everyone think of that?
So we'll be, but we will
who's
be
gonna
having.
sing?
It was another crap checker day today when I looked. So we will be doing the other one, which
Oh.
I can't say because when I say it, he starts singing. But we'll do the other one later on.
This day in.
Okay.
Yeah.
I won't say it.
This day in what?
No,
This day in what?
This day in music.
Oh, you want? No, I'm not going to do it.
All right. Fair enough. But anyway, wait. Before we've got
Go on,
to get
go on.
Alex in because Alex has a busy day, and he's gonna. Well, the reason actually I want to get him in is because I'm hungry, and he's brought pies. So
There's nothing more shallow than that, is there?
without further ado, it's Alex Biffin.
Yay! I have to say hello to my sister Cherie. She's chilly at the beach.
Happy holidays, guys.
Oh well, happy holidays to you.
Thank you.
Oh,
Thank
look,
you.
Merry
we've missed you the
Christmas.
last few weeks. You've been in Bermuda.
I have actually. I was sent over there to get my visa done.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, I had to go to Bermuda. So
What a horrible
Yeah.
place to go.
It was horrible. I was surrounded by beaches. The weather was pretty good the whole time. Yeah, it was amazing actually. So
Nice.
Yeah.
Well,
Nice.
exactly.
It was
But
really
but
nice.
we were starving, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
without
heard
you on
that.
the
So
show.
I
We
heard
missed
that
ya.
along the grapevine. So now I'm trying to make up for it. Ooh,
And
thank
from
you.
what I understand, you're still getting a pretty decent roaring trade from your presence on our show, right?
Yeah, no, you guys are absolutely fantastic. We actually keep on picking up customers from you guys all the time. So
That's
thank you very
good.
much, guys.
I
That's
love that.
really
Well, no,
good.
absolutely. And don't forget, it's the Aussie Project. Oh, there
Yep.
you go. We've got the
There it
graphic
is.
up already.
Yep.
There it is.
But
That's
not only do we have a graphic, we have something better than that graphic.
Yeah,
Take
we
that
do.
graphic away. We've
What
got
have we
something way better than that.
Yes.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Something more
for you,
tangible.
which you actually gave me, because, you have your cutting
We have a
boards.
fill-in chopping board right now, yeah.
You're feeling one. And you gave me this like a number of weeks ago. And I said, I can do something fun with that.
Yep,
So we've done something fun with it. So you ready? For
Yep.
a big unveiling?
yep.
Ta-da.
Da, da,
Oh,
da,
my
da. Isn't that
That
great?
is amazing. Check that out.
This is laser engraved with the Aussie Project Taste
There you go.
Australia logo.
Oh,
So that is
Isn't that
for you.
great?
That is absolutely amazing. Thank you so much.
Actually, if you turn it around and under that camera up in the sky there,
Under that one there.
I don't know if that can.
Oh,
Little further.
There we
oh,
go.
he's better than we are on that
let
camera.
me frame it.
He
Let me frame it.
he
Which is
actually
left. And
is.
there we
There
go.
it is. So
Isn't
there you
that
go.
lovely?
And actually,
Oh.
I did a test one as well. Amanda probably grabbed that for you because I know you're going to be running shortly.
This is actually isn't my chopping board. You had to go buy another one.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
no.
Did you steal it from someone else?
Yeah, probably. No, that's absolutely amazing. That is going to help us out so much.
Well, you're
Thank
very
you.
welcome. You're
Thank
very
you. I
welcome.
didn't even get you a Christmas present. Now I feel bad.
No,
you
the
did.
pies.
Oh, well, okay.
You just
Pies
brought
are
that.
enough for us. We're
This is
happy
all
with
we
the
need.
pie.
This is all we need. So,
Very
but
good.
thank you. So, but otherwise, you're busy. You got a busy day today.
Yeah, so we're actually coming on to Marcus Deegan's podcast later on this afternoon.
Oh, right.
Okay.
And we've
That's right. That's just a
Oh,
test one. You can have that
this
later
is the
on.
test one.
Yeah. Because
This is-
I didn't want to mess it up, so I did a test one.
Is this something you do often, or is it just a hobby, or is
I
it?
just do it for you.
Oh my goodness! You're making me
Well,
blush.
and actually, we got a little video of it being made.
Lovely.
Oh really?
Yeah, look at that. Oh, look at that.
That machine is amazing.
Yeah, laser go. So, but everyone should have one of those at home.
Yeah,
So I do.
yeah.
So that was it. That was it being made.
There's your merch.
That is
There's
fantastic,
the
mate. I
merch.
really appreciate that.
No,
Thank
you're
you
very
very
welcome.
much.
You're very welcome. And thank you for feeding us.
Of course, any time, of course.
And we got the ketchup.
And
so
you got
we're
the
good.
catch up. The
I know, I
variety
know.
is a necessity. All right, guys.
Well, you got to run, huh?
Yes, we do.
Go
Unfortunately,
do
I'm
your
sorry.
thing, and then we'll see you back
So
here
do we,
later this
do we
afternoon
need
for
to put
another
these
show.
on a plate
Ah,
so we don't steal this one?
no, you guys can keep that one. I've got this one now.
We'll
I'm
just,
happy.
we'll
Well, there
just
you
keep
go.
replacing
Yeah, we'll
it
keep
out.
replacing
Just,
it.
yeah.
switching
All
out.
good. All right, guys. Hey, guys. Thank you so much
Oh, tell
again.
everyone how they can get your pies.
Yeah, so if you just go on to Instagram at at the Aussie Project. And then we're also developing a web page right now. So hopefully by the next time we come on, we'll have the web page up and going. So just Instagram and Facebook at the moment. So
Great.
Thank you very, and Travis, it's a shame to see you go, mate.
I
You know, I'm going to miss the pies.
Yeah, well, we'll bring some around. Good
And the
luck in the
tea.
future as well, mate.
Yes,
Good on
of
you.
course.
Good on you. All right, guys.
We'll see you soon.
Thank you so much for having me, guys.
And Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you. We'll see you next year.
Don't get too drunk.
Can't promise that.
See you guys. Thank you.
Thanks. Take your tea with you. Don't forget your cup of tea.
Cheers, guys.
All right.
Oh,
We got pies.
We've got pies. We're sorted now.
We are.
We're all sorted. Do you want me to pass one over?
I don't know. I'm
We
not sure.
can't eat anything without making a mess. I
I know,
that
that's
much.
the thing. That's the thing. What Amanda's here. She's going to get us. You're going to get some plates. Even better. Look at
So
that.
good.
I know. So what do we got? Let's look at the comments.
Yes.
Few ones about Travis here. It's about time. No, they don't. They don't. That was mean.
All right.
Craig says
Looking
no.
at you, Mick.
Mick is like, what? Kevin is like,
go.
good luck.
Perfect.
It's probably Adam Lieberman, actually. About time.
Yeah.
There we go.
Could be. Cherie is all the best. Travis.
That's my
Sue is
sissy.
will
That's my
miss you.
big sister.
I know.
Say hello to her. A proper hello.
Hi, Cherie. And all of the stuff. Yeah, no, that's great. So, where else are we going? You haven't got any content this week.
I have.
No. I mean, like, you normally come along with like 18 videos,
Yeah, no.
67 memes.
I've got actually one image.
You got. How did you give it to him?
Yeah, I did actually.
Oh.
He allowed me to do it, even though I was beyond the limit.
But this is so. I actually texted you this morning saying, "Hey, just checking in,"
because it was weird. I hadn't
because
sent
you
a bunch of
you
stuff.
hadn't sent a whole like Dropbox folder full of content that takes up 47 minutes of the
Very
show.
unusual for me.
So I was like, I think she's overslept.
Well, you know what? I am like Rip Van Winkle these days. Honestly, I still have these crashes and sleep. I mean, 17 hours the other week. 17 hours. And I got up and I got on the sofa at 9 and I said to Jim, wake me up in half an hour. And then 3 o'clock is when I woke up.
Oh, wow.
He'd had a whole day walking the dogs. He'd had lunch next to me. I had no idea what's going on. But yeah, I'm not surprised if you would thought something was off, to say the least.
For sure.
But yeah, Christmas was different. And I've got a picture of Jim of what he felt about Christmas.
Okay, what do we got?
This is about par, I think, for Jim.
King of Christmas. Is that before the Thai food or after the Thai food?
That was just before we left for Thai food. Now, I've discovered that a furry blanket doubles as a nice cape, and a Christmas hat the top shoved in, it makes a nice crown.
Wait a minute, what?
The
Christmas?
top of the
I
it's a
see.
Santa hat. I just pushed
Yeah.
it in the top. Yeah, and Jim's face looks like that on every photo, no matter.
That's true.
That's his look. That's
Yeah.
his thing.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, no, it was it was different. But we'll have a nice New Year's Eve dinner. But he's playing on New Year's Eve.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Like a live gig?
Yeah,
Like live?
yeah.
He's not miming.
Not
No, but he's
mine,
actually.
no.
Is there going to be an audience?
Yeah, they're already sold out.
All 50 tickets?
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Whoa.
sold out. I'm not going. I'm staying home with the dogs,
All right.
which is fine for me. So
Oh, nice.
yeah.
Are we going to be able to watch it online somewhere?
I don't think so because it's a private
Oh.
situation.
Oh, private
yeah.
situation.
Yeah, situation.
That's why you're a little bit vague about. See,
Well, it's sold out.
You're
It's
vague
can't get
about,
a ticket, unfortunately.
oh,
you know,
I see.
So.
Yeah, there's that too. There's that
Yeah.
too. I actually was. I found a gift for you that was too late to.
Right.
Well, not only was it too late to get because it was after Christmas, but I don't know where to get it.
What is
But
it?
I found it and I think it's perfect and it's customizable, but I don't know where you can get it.
What is it?
But the graphic that was being shown was so perfect, like the example graphic.
I'm nervous now.
No, it's nothing bad. It's nothing bad. But I just thought it was brilliant. But
Right.
I don't know where to get it. So Travis, you got that picture of the? Look at this. Oh wait, there's a little logo in the corner. I didn't even see that. Maybe we can find out how to get it from there.
I
Hippie.
love that.
Isn't that great though? And it's the fact it said Sam's mug. I thought it was
That
brilliant.
is just wild.
So you
What
can.
does it say on the bottom, that logo?
I don't know.
Hippie? Like hippo? Like hippie?
Hippie. Oh, I might be able
We'll
to
have
find
to
it.
look that up.
But-
That is brilliant.
But you can. I assume you can put the number of sugars you want, and your
I think
your
that's
shade.
brilliant, Milky.
Yeah.
You've got your builder's brew because you need to have it nice and strong while you're working.
Yeah. So there
I
you go.
love that. That's brilliant.
So I want to find that, or if you guys know where I can find that, let me know because I think it's brilliant. And
yes, Amanda wants one as well.
Yeah, exactly. So there's that. See, look, I'm the one with content this week. Makes a change, doesn't it?
Did you watch the Queen's speech?
I did. Oh, we've got there's activity going in the background. We've got our guests. We've got Rachel here. We've got Amanda here with us. There's a whole peanut gallery back there.
Peanut gallery.
For sure.
The
Queen's speech.
Queen's Gambit, he said.
Oh, different thing.
Good show.
I liked the
Queen's
speech.
No, I thought it was good. I almost got a little choked up by it, and I'm not sure why I did. I mean, it was...
Well, she wraps up the whole year, you know. And
but I don't usually like, all right, whatever, that's all good. But there was something particularly... I'm not even sure whether she actually said something.
Lots of people felt that way.
I think it's just the year we've had. I think we're all just when somebody actually boils it down, you're like, oh, Amanda's sneaking.
Thank you.
Buster, now.
I knew it felt weird, my hair. I know it did. I knew it felt really strange. Yeah, I could feel it.
Usually I call you out on those things, but apparently not. I couldn't see that side of your head.
You don't even want to look at the back of the hair.
But no, I thought it was a good speech. What did you guys think? Did you like it?
I really liked it, and I thought she looked beautiful.
She does all right.
So she's all right.
She does all right.
I mean, data.
Oh.
Yeah, I thought she looked lovely in her purple. And I listened to it again this morning coming in. And then I listened to one from 1957 that was straight after on, YouTube. And it was quite an interesting one where she was talking about it's easy to hate.
What is?
The Queen was saying this in the speech, and it was in reference, I think, to as they were building the Commonwealth.
Right.
And she was saying it's easy to hate. It's much more difficult to be, embracing and inclusive and, that kind of thing. It was really, I was quite taken back by it. I was like, I didn't know
good.
She spoke that way back in 1957. But I did. I really enjoyed it. And, I do want to tell you something. Daniel Emmett is still unwrapping his gifts.
I'm sure he is. I actually have one of them at my house as well that he forgot to pick up.
Oh, really?
So I'm going to hold it ransom until he comes in and gets it himself.
What was it?
I bet it's a license plate thing that you're holding up on the camera.
No, I wouldn't have even told him about that. That was cool. It was like the James Bond 3
one.
license plate keyring. I would have totally have stolen that. No, it was a stocking for his dog.
Oh,
so it's
for
a bit
Blue.
late. Yeah.
Daniel, if you're watching. But do you know what happened to him? And it's really good. You know Hugh Grant?
Yes.
Hugh Grant retweeted his Corona song.
Did he really?
Yes, he did. And last night it had nearly 100,000 views. And who even knows
I thought he's had more than that, generally across all platforms. I thought
he said... just on the tweet.
Oh, on that one tweet?
Yes.
Because I know he said he'd had like about 7 million views on that.
But yeah, just that one tweet. And it's probably more today.
Yeah.
But yeah, Hugh Grant.
It's almost like our numbers, isn't it?
It is. He's getting close to us.
7. I mean, we got that part. We're just missing a few zeros. So, I don't know whether we want to kind of get Mr. Goldrake in now. Is it that time?
Yeah.
I mean, I've kind of teed it up now.
We have a trick. So we know how to make a pie disappear.
We do. Well, we've got about 30 seconds because in our intro to our next guest, our first guest, our only guest, he's a magician. He was here, had his show headlining at the Tropicana. Here, I can't get my teeth in today. And he's actually made a big twist in his career and is doing virtual shows now as well as many other things. And we'll find out what that's all about. But take a look at this from Mr. David Goldrake.
Join award-winning illusionist David Goldrake in his new virtual magic production, The Prestidigitalist. Witness sleight of hand, mind reading, grand illusion, and incredible interactive miracles that will happen in your own hands. This unique show is broadcast live from Las Vegas, and you will experience the magic from the comfort of your own home. Get your tickets now at www.davidgoldrake.com.
So that was actually your virtual show that we just saw a bit of. Welcome, David Goldrake.
Thank you so much, Ian.
It's nice for you to be here.
Thanks for having me.
So
Are
now,
you not welcoming me, Sam?
I've got a mouthful of pie.
she's got a mouthful of pie.
Let's show Sam.
Oh, look at her, bless.
Bon
We
appetit.
can't eat anything that's not a mess.
So now that looked very wonderful there. I tell you what, whatever.
I love the background. That's my favorite part of the show.
The whole studio looked fantastic. Whereabouts did you shoot that?
Well, I shoot it at Show Creator Studios here in Las Vegas. Yeah.
Don't worry, I'm not stripping for you.
Oh, you have the T-shirt. Yeah. Well, we actually do the show right here with Ian, with Travis, and with the wonderful Amanda.
Yes.
And that's twice a month.
That's right. And we do one show for Europe. I'm putting my clothes back on there.
Oh, nice.
One show for Europe and one show for the US. And it's really cool. It's very interactive, isn't it?
It is. It's very interactive, and it's been a very challenging process to get there. As you know, you were there for the very first show. It's a brand new experience for all of us. There's a lot of colleagues and friends of mine who went virtual. And it's different in the sense that you don't have the interaction live with the audience. As a performer, you feed off the energy, you give energy off. It's an exchange. I always compare it to the heartbeat, where we both start with a different heartbeat, the performer and the audience, and then we have one single heartbeat.
Oh, that's a great way to describe it.
How I've always
because you have to
felt
get it as one.
Correct.
Correct. Because when it's not as one, it doesn't feel right.
Correct. And virtually, it's much more difficult to reach that level. So, But it's a fun experience. I love working with you guys. It's always great.
How did you find the transition from, live to virtual? I mean, I think magic is quite... can be very interactive, even through the medium of virtual shows.
Yes.
Way more than I actually would have imagined. But was that tough? Was that difficult?
I don't know. I honestly don't know because I'm not. I don't dwell on those things too long. I realized very quickly on. I think it was May or June that I spoke to our mutual friend Jeff Savilico, and I called him up. I said, "Hey Jeff, are you doing anything virtual?" And he's like, "Well, I'm actually starting right now." And I said, "I think this is going to be some part of our future. Let's get together. Let's talk." And we had some cool exchanges about the medium, about the different platforms as well, because we didn't know all of them. And then all of a sudden, they're part of our everyday lives, not just performance lives, but companies, personal people. I've reached a point where even friends go, "Oh, let's Zoom tomorrow." I'm like, "Well, what happened to your phone?" Oh yeah, that's true, because it's just become part of our everyday normal life.
Yeah, we've noticed with all the virtual events we've done since the last 5 months or so, people have got a little bit better each month at being more aware of how they look on the screen or how they sound or unmuting themselves.
Correct.
So I think there is this kind of evolution of
making sure the camera's off when they don't have the clothes on.
But you do, all that.
Yes. I love those
that's
videos.
Another show in itself.
They're funny, those shows.
Wait, what websites are you on? Anyway, obviously
innocent.
David's. Just saying. So
that's my OnlyFans page. Don't share that.
I have a question for you though.
Yes,
so when is your entire audience muted when you perform?
Yes.
Okay.
When we started, and we experienced it the hard way, when we started, I wanted everyone to be unmuted because I'm used, even at the Tropicana, even though we had an 1,100-seat theater, I love the interaction with the audience. I really encourage them. In my world, there's no such thing as hecklers. I've had guys, no, seriously, I love it because there's this spontaneity. I'm not really great at it in my personal life, but on stage, it's just very natural to me. I had a guy one day, he was so drunk, and he seemed to have just come out. He came with his kids and his partner, and they were kind of, brand new couple, and he just starts getting up and yelling, and, "Oh, I'm sure you can't handle me." Oh. And I'm like, whoa. So we started this banter, and I thought this would be great, not that specific scene, but to keep the interaction with the audience, to be able to address them and have them reply. Yeah. But then we found out there's a lot of feedback because some people have their computers louder or this or that. So we had to find and discover all those new rules. Please keep yourselves unmuted. We have unmuted you all. I will ask you to unmute yourselves when I'm going to talk to you. Right. And it's a completely different interaction, it's much more formal, quote unquote, much less spontaneous. It's like, "Hey, can you please unmute yourself because you'll have to talk to me," as opposed to, "Hey, Ian, what about this?" And Ian will have to, no, because he's unmuted. So that's changed.
It's not as smooth, is it, that way?
Not as smooth, no.
But you adopted it very early, though.
Yes. We did our first show, I think it was in August, and we had been working on it since June. We did some test runs with Ian and Amanda and Travis. I think we did our first test show in June for some friends of mine.
Nice.
And it helped us discover the medium, adjust to it, adapt to it, and learn. Yeah, and it's still a process.
Yeah, but the studio here is...
It's amazing.
It's kind of next level, though, isn't it?
Totally
for
next
what
level.
some people are doing,
If I may, and I'm not sure I'm allowed, but I will because he didn't tell me, it was confidential. David Copperfield called me right after having seen the show, and the second question was, "Where did you do your show?" I'm like, what do you mean? Well, what studio were you in?
That's fantastic.
He was so impressed with the studio. David was he's like, you're the first magician, and he had seen so many virtual by then. He said, you're the first magician I saw who has so much production value and such a great studio.
Yeah.
So that's really speaks
and
for...
you do have to take it to that level.
Yeah, for the
Welcome
team
to
here.
the advert for Show Creators Studio show, brought to you by everyone.
Well, you know what? I mean, I think unless people watched our year anniversary, they may not know how big the studio is.
Yeah, we did kind of push the boat out.
We did on that one. But
I was about to eat something
great.
then, and then I was like, "Oh, that's a good point." But we have the video wall up and running now. I think I showed that. a couple weeks
Finally,
ago.
that took forever, didn't it?
It took a little while.
Who's in charge of that?
Me, technically.
Oh, okay,
so that's
okay.
probably why. So now you've got a funny accent. You're from Luxembourg.
You've got a funny accent.
I'm glad you address it.
Yes, but you speak like 47 other languages.
No,
right?
just 7, not 47.
Just 7.
Just
Which ones
only
do you,
7.
which ones do you speak?
Well, I speak Luxembourgish, which is only spoken by a couple 100,000 people. And then I speak French, I speak German, I speak a little English, I speak Italian, Portuguese. I'm refreshing my Spanish right now, and I'm also learning Japanese.
Wow.
But it's interesting when you're doing the show for Europe and you speak in...
Yes.
And I thought you were joking when you said Luxembourgish. I thought...
Well, what's wrong with Luxembourgish as opposed to English, for instance?
No, it makes total sense. But as a language, I'd never really kind of thought about that.
Uh-huh. Because we're so small. I think people just...
But you're a big deal in Luxembourg, my friend.
Moi? No.
Yes.
No. I'm just 5'8".
You're a star.
No, I'm not. I'm a shadow in the night. I'm the invisible guy who no one sees. Yes.
Yeah. But no, I mean, but you really...
That opens up business, though.
No, it really does. And the fact
Speaking
that
all
you,
those languages?
speak in the different languages, you can relate to, well, when you were doing the live show, to audience members more or less wherever they were from, which is great. Because, they say in Europe, if you speak 3 languages, you're trilingual. If you speak 2 languages, you're bilingual. And if you speak 1 language, you're British, usually.
Or French or American or so many other languages. No, it's true.
The French do better than we do, I'm sure.
I don't think so, no. And there's nothing wrong with it. You're big countries. Luxembourg is so small. We're like 30 by 60 miles. We have no choice.
Is that small?
Oh, yeah, it's really that small. We have 700,000 inhabitants, and we're surrounded by all these big countries, and you're inspired by them, you're influenced by them.
Yeah.
I grew up, like multilingual because I had no choice. It's a great gift now, but back then it was normal. And as again, we have so many people coming to work from France, from Germany, from Belgium, and most of them, since they're only there to work, they don't really bother learning the language, Luxembourgish. So we, as Luxembourgish people, when we go to a store, sometimes we have to speak French or German because the guy or the lady behind the counter doesn't speak our language.
That's fantastic.
It makes sense.
I think it's really great.
Yeah.
I love it.
I didn't know the population was that small.
Oh, it's really small.
Yeah.
Wow.
Now, I saw
Despite
your
that,
show.
We're the 3rd richest country on the planet.
I'm
which is
moving to Luxembourg.
unbelievable.
By the way.
Yeah.
That's nice.
No, it's unbelievable.
Is it really?
It is. You can Google it.
No, I believe you.
Not that you believe everything that's on Google,
Well,
but you can Google it.
That's incredible.
Yeah,
I saw
it is
your
incredible.
show. I saw your show when it was here at the Tropicana. It was
You did?
really amazing.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, it was
Thank you.
very, very good. And actually, we have the little reel of that, I think. Just
Okay.
a little
Nice.
flavour of what it used to be like with real
Let's
audience.
take a little trip into memory lane.
Exactly.
Join award-winning illusionist David Goldrake in Las Vegas's newest magic spectacle, Imaginarium. Discover spectacular illusions, death-defying escapes, and stunning variety acts in a magical, immersive experience that will shatter your perception of reality.
Look at that. That's a little show reel right there.
It was lots of fun.
It
I had
was?
an amazing cast.
Yeah.
We're still great friends.
It was a good experience.
Yes, a very good experience. I was so happy to do the show. I was sad when I had to decide to close the show.
Oh, that's tough.
Yeah,
What do you think will happen, though, with the shows moving forward in
You know what?
2021?
No one knows.
Yeah.
We're all working.
It's a gambling city. Take a gamble. If I had to say
That's a good
what's
point,
it going to be, what would you say?
Well, the vaccine is out now. So everyone worldwide, as far as I know, is being vaccinated. They actually started in Luxembourg today. The first person to get the vaccine, if I'm not mistaken, was in the UK.
Yes.
It was a 91-year-old
Yeah.
lady
Yeah.
a couple of weeks ago. They started here in the US a couple of days ago as well. So I would hope that it will A, reassure people, and B, make things easier. So my thoughts are that probably after the summer, things will start to become more normal. We may have to wear our masks still, which I don't mind, which I think, I mean, there's other cultures like China, Korea, Japan, and other cultures that actually have had masks for decades because of pollution.
Right.
Yes.
And I was in Shanghai last year in November, and I actually bought those masks because I thought they were so cool as an accessory.
Yeah.
And then now we have to wear them. So I think that may stay for a while, but I think starting September, October, things may get back to quote-unquote normal.
Well, and we actually posed a question at the beginning of the show. By the way, I got distracted. One of your friends is on today right now. We've got Emily is watching.
Oh, hey, Emily.
And so I'd just say hi to Emily.
Amster. Hello, Amster.
And there it is. And we put a question out to the audience, which was what good came from 2020 for you? So, I mean, obviously, given everything that's gone on for most people, what would be your kind of thing for the
number
year?
one thing for me that's so great for 2020 is Oftom. And the second thing is diversity. I for decades, I always thought magic is the thing, because I'm so passionate about it. It was the thing I'm talented at, I believe. It's the medium that allows me to express my point of view, my worldview. And since we couldn't perform live anymore, I started discovering other areas, other avenues, other interests that I had in the past that I kind of always neglected because I always thought, no, it has to be magic. Mm-hmm. And Emily was actually an instrumental part in pushing me in the beginning. David, do this, shoot videos, do that. And it was really great to go into, and it's not just magic-wise. I've done other things the last couple of weeks, and I'm still progressing in those areas. And the other thing that is good, I think, is from a human point of view, relationship point of view, I was able to reconnect with some people, but I was also able to get rid of other people, if I may use that expression.
Yeah. I've seen that a lot.
I've discovered different phases or different facets of some people that I thought were different people. I've discovered a lot about myself as well, which I have to admit was very shocking. But I've had a lot of very enriching experiences. Yeah.
It seems like there was a cleansing as well. Like it's a cleansing.
I've used that expression jokingly, yes. But somehow.
Well, and I think also it's also about surviving. Isn't it?
Definitely.
What else am I good at? Or like you say, what else have I dabbled in but didn't put a lot of effort into it, but now I can. And I think there's quite a few people like that. Well, I mean, the studio here, for example, same kind of thing.
You're right.
Yeah.
So much virtual stuff happening now here is kind of the studio.
Well, and I think probably for me, that has to be the one thing for me personally, which was a good thing. I mean, we going into the lockdown, like the 2 month where everybody had to be closed, we had no idea what was going to happen with this place because, with the whole entertainment industry and supporting industries, event industries shutting down, I was like, well, what do we come back to when we can actually open? And it was really just through yourself, Jeff Savilico, John D. Domenico has been in, and a couple of other people that really were embracing the whole virtual event thing that kind of gave us a whole new direction. And the nice thing is that it wasn't really a pivot for us. It was just kind of a slight tilt because we were already doing, as our audience knows, multi-camera live stream shows.
It's already in place.
And the studio already had all these little pockets of places that you could do this. So for us, it was just like, we'll just kind of keep doing more of what we do.
Push it down.
So that was being very positive for us, for sure.
Yeah.
You bring up an important point, Ian, if I may add something to that, and because you asked, Sam, when I do speeches, motivational speeches or keynote speeches for companies, I used to have this thing which is stay prepared instead of be prepared. And I think the people who stayed prepared their entire lives, who anticipate whatever it is, and that's what happened to Ian, Amanda, and the whole studio. I arrived, they had pretty much everything in place. It was just adapting, adjusting, tweaking here and there, but everything was there. Yeah. And I think that's an important giveaway or takeaway for all of us to just stay prepared for whatever.
Because often you'll have the thought to, I don't know, for example, I need to put an earthquake kit together, and then you never do because one hasn't happened.
Yes.
But to have those things in place should it happen, it's not as much of a panic.
That is right.
So one of the things, actually, one of the cool things about doing this show live is that, as it's, a lot of podcasts and shows, they record and they edit and everything else, is that we get opportunities to pivot in the moment on certain things.
Okay.
So we actually I've been running around in background here, and you filmed very well while I was
Thank you so much.
running around and ducking behind cameras. But we actually have a video guest that's going to be joining us. One of your friends, in fact, is going to be joining us on the show right now.
Oh, no way!
It's Emily. It's Emily Gillette.
Hello, Emily.
How nice.
Oh,
Can we unmute Emily? Or can Emily unmute herself? Oh, we can't hear her. No, I can't.
Oh, you need some headphones.
Oh, it's because I don't have the headphones. Yeah.
But we'll turn that speaker around. We'll get it turned on.
Oh,
and
this
you'll be
is
able to hear.
great.
That's awesome.
Can you hear that? Hi, Emily.
Hi, can you hear me now?
Yes, we can. We
Wonderful.
can.
There you go. There you go.
Hello. Are you in
Welcome to the
town
show.
or are you in your secret lair?
It's not so secret, but yes, I'm in Park City. I was just about to get dressed to go skiing, and I saw, which I do,
Emily
which I have to just tell you really quickly because I feel like I'm defensive about it. It's so safe. It's by reservation. You're on the lift alone. You're wearing the balaclava. You've got your goggles on. You ski. You go home. It's really, really safe. Anyway, and then I saw the tweet that you were on, and then I logged on, and here you are. Here I am. You look so cute.
It's great to see you again.
So how do you guys know
okay?
each other? So how do you guys know each other then?
You just cut off Emily.
I don't know why.
Okay.
I'm gonna try to fix my Wi-Fi.
But
No, it's okay. It's okay.
now you initially met. 'Cause I remember when the show started.
Is that better?
Yeah, it's better.
now?
I see you now. I hear you now.
Okay.
So Sam asked how we met.
My Wi-Fi. So, well, we probably met because you're a magician. But I don't. Do you remember exactly meeting? I mean, I must have come to your show and met you, but we connected almost immediately, like literally that night.
Yes.
We started texting each other in a
Yes.
very socially, digitally safe way. And I have strong connections with Luxembourg, having lived there and
Yes.
had a Luxembourgish, and it is a Luxembourgish or Letzebergish or
Yes.
whatever, boyfriend. And but also you were just really kind to my kids, and we talked about magic, and then we just started socializing. And do you guys know David is like antisocial? It's very hard to get him to go out and do anything. And
he is. He likes to stay in a bit.
Give him a
doesn't
stage and he's
Right.
good.
But he seems to come around for me when I ask. And plus, I met him right when I was training for the marathon, and he's an avid runner, and so he was very supportive in that.
Now, and if the audience is watching and hasn't picked up on this, and it's probably fair to just kind of explain that Emily Gillette is Penn Gillette, Penn Gillette's wife, but Emily is an amazing person. She's been in the entertainment and career in film and movie and television. She's done a million things.
Yes.
But and we had Penn's podcast here. He was based here at our studios for about 3 years, I think it was, and we enjoyed having him and the guys in each Sunday doing the Penn Sunday School.
Yeah.
And and then so I guess there's a whole magical connection. And right now, of course, shows aren't happening, but we really hope that Penn and Teller will be coming back to the stage. Can you tell us anything that might be able to suggest that we can get a scoop on that?
I don't have any inside information. As you may or may not know, they've continued to do their TV shows and their series and specials, so they've kept very, very busy. But as far as live shows, I speak for me. I don't speak for Penn and Teller. If I do that, they start calling me Yoko. But I hope that they don't come back anytime soon. I know that the economy in Vegas wants to recover, but I think we have to not just do it when we're kind of ready and almost ready, because we'll just fall back into the same problems. So I would like my husband to not be complicit in bringing people to Vegas or in a theater together.
Yeah, no, that's very true. Very, very well said.
Yeah, but I didn't call up to talk about me or Penn. I called to talk to David Goldrake.
You're the best.
International man of mystery. And we did talk a lot when COVID started about shows and what's important to shows and what's important to me, which is clearly, subjective. But I think that you heard a lot of it and implemented a lot of it. And I'm so curious, you know, can I just speak freely? Like, you do send out a mystery box, at least you used to, for your show, which is such a huge part in creating the intimacy and connection and not just watching a TV show. And I just want to know, having done the show now 20, 30, 50 times, I have no idea, what has worked the best in terms of creating the connection with your audience, is as opposed to, like, almost what can you do that you can't do in a live show or a TV show? What embraces Zoom rather than accommodates it?
What I discovered, and I'm still working on it, has nothing to do with the content. It's about the person. I've discovered that Zoom is a much less formal medium. And I realized that I was very much my same stage person when I started doing my Zoom shows. Very formal, very, the gentleman, the mystery man. And because it's part of me, it's part of who I am. And I realized that if you use Zoom, because of the interaction, it's even different than a TV special or or presenting a TV show. You have a different connection. And I think this toning down this formality, being more at home with them, acknowledging less the applause, like, the applause is there, but let's not go, oh, thank you, like we're on stage. That plays a huge difference. I feel like this is the key to doing a successful Zoom show, more than having the right material, because I think you can adapt a lot of material. But I'm discovering more things now that I have the personality secret, I think. I'm working on that. And material-wise, I think what works really great is to actually have people at home not just do, the counting things with the cards or whatever, but actually grab something that they have at home. I'm working on that right now. I haven't found the perfect piece yet, but just go, hey guys, go home. You're in your home. You grab a book, you grab this, you grab that, and then we do something spontaneously with that. So they really feel that they're part of the show as opposed to an constructed part of the show. I would rather go more spontaneous.
I get it. Well, am I there? Am I back?
Yeah, you're back.
You are.
Hello. Okay. Well, I think you've done a fantastic job, and I look forward to seeing the show again and seeing how it's evolved. And as much as I want live entertainment to come back for everybody, and really I'm suffering not going to live theater and shows, I hope that there's a somewhat permanent change, and that people start to realize that we can have great entertainment digitally that's not just a TV show. Like, what I'm trying to say is I hope that maybe the platform like Zoom evolves. It's still a little clunky to me, but that we can have a more intimate show in our homes that is very satisfying and skilled and worthy.
Yeah,
absolutely.
We share your hope.
Yes.
We do indeed. Well, thank you so much for dropping by, Emily.
It's great to see you, Emily. Thank you.
It was great to have
Happy
you.
to be here. I love all you guys. Hi, Amanda.
Dito.
Hi.
Amanda's back there.
Yep.
Yep.
I know.
Thanks,
And,
Joe.
say hi to Pan and enjoy skiing.
Yes.
Say hi to Moxie.
Take care.
Thanks,
Bye.
Joe.
That is interesting.
That was a nice little drop in, wasn't it?
And I think that was a good question, because you can't be exactly the same as you are on a live show on a stage, because, like you say, it's quite formal. It's very structured.
Yeah.
And people are sat in the pajamas at home, so they feel more relaxed in itself.
I had no idea until my friend Michael Chout from New York called me up, because and that's another thing about me as a performer. I love feedback. I ask feedback. My first question is always, what did you hate? Because I want to know, I want to grow from it. Yeah. And I'm not uncomfortable with negative criticism.
And not do it again if it was horrible.
Exactly. And Michael called me right after the show, a couple of days actually, and he's like, I hated you. He said, if I had to give you points for the way you dressed, for the studio, for production value, you are beyond anyone else.
Right.
But I hated your character, your persona. I'm like, okay, what was wrong? And he's like, you were too formal, you were too theatrical, because we started going over the material. And he's like, okay, I like that. This was good. This was great. Yeah, I've known that. I've seen that. And then he's like, you know what it is? It's your character. It's you. You're too formal, too theatrical. Tone it down. And then we started talking about...
What do you mean you're too theatrical?
Exactly.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Exactly.
Some
So that was a great piece of advice. And I'm still struggling with it because, as Emily said, I'm not very social as a person. I'm really...
Why is that? I want to know.
I've
It's a
always been
stage
a
thing,
loner.
isn't it?
I've always been a loner as a child.
So
you know.
is this mystery man thing?
It's not.
Can't
it's
get you
not
out.
intentional. It's just,
Just-
my own brother who knows me, who's known me his entire life. He always goes, "You're so mysterious and this and that," and I'm like, I can't help it. I don't like to share too much about myself personally, and on stage you can tell. If you watch all my shows and everything. Every time I got a big audience and a big applause at the end, I would always step back. I'm not the guy embracing the audience, the applause. I'm like, thank you, I gotta go.
you.
Yeah.
So now,
That's interesting.
we, at the top of the show, we sort of promised the audience that you might actually be able to do a little bit of a thing.
Yeah,
if you've got some cards at home, grab them now, because I'm not sure what's going to happen, but we're basically going to hand it over to David. And you're going to get a little example of is this something that like you do in your show?
No,
or?
actually, as I said before the show, I would
And we've
like
got
to
a camera
actually-
up here, by the way.
I
We've
saw.
got
Travis
magic
prepared it
cam.
for me, which is great. I would like to teach the audience a piece of magic.
Okay.
Which
Oh,
is,
even better.
we're always told to not reveal any tricks and so forth and so on. And I hate the word tricks, by the way. I always use the word piece of magic.
Piece of magic.
Because it's like a piece of music. It's,
Should I open this? This is a sealed.
Yes, please
sealed
open.
pack, by the
It's
way.
a sealed
So-
deck. Yes.
All right. So I'm going to open the sealed
Yeah.
deck.
Now we're seeing Sam. We're
You
seeing.
can
my
you can
hands.
probably push that to the side and then
Yes,
twist
I'll
it
turn the
back
microphone.
towards you.
So
somewhat.
if you have a deck of cards, I'll teach you this. I call it my ninja trick because it's one of the fastest trick
I can't even get into the pack.
that I've ever performed. Ian is
The
still
trick is
unwrapping his
actually
deck.
getting into
Sam,
the
are
cards.
you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay. So first,
Wait, I'm not
Do
ready.
we need to
great.
do we need to shuffle?
Not yet.
Okay.
Right now, you don't do anything. You just watch what I'm doing.
Okay.
All right.
So I took out a black 7 and a black 8. Let me put them here besides the stand. I'm going to shuffle the deck once, just like this. And I'm going to take those two cards, the black 8, put it in the middle of the deck, the black 7 as well. So as you can see, they're kind of separated in the middle of the deck. I just put them in.
Mm-hmm.
And all I have to do now, without even doing a thing, I snap my fingers one more time. And here they are.
What?
How? Come on.
As I said, ninja skills, very fast. And now I'm going to explain it to you.
Oh, okay.
Okay, this is my gift for the last show of the year. And I see, Travis, you just shown this as well. This is a little shout out, if you don't mind. You can see the British flag, the bowler hat.
Yeah.
This is from my friend Keith Fields from Detroit. He's also a magician, and he has the coolest email address, which is m@magician.com. Magician.com.
That's clever.
I love it. I love it. So this is a shout out to Keith and Lady Sarah, who are
And you know,
in
I
Detroit.
already had my stage name if I was actually going to become a magician, didn't I?
You have the perfect stage name.
I do.
Tell us.
It's Magic Ian.
Magician.
Magician.
Yes.
Magic Ian.
Oh,
I'm
Right,
wasted
Sam?
on this.
Yeah.
I needed
you've
to be
only
doing
got, but
the.
you've only got the name. What about the act?
I can do the.
Well, that's the thing. What about the act? You know how you call a magician who lost his magic?
No.
Ian. See?
I am the magician.
An
of the Ian is
actless
gone.
magician.
I'm the magician who lost my
Magic
magic.
Ian. So
kinda sad.
let's get to the explanation.
All right.
It's quick. It's simple but not easy. So what I did to begin with, I put the 8
Are
of
we doing this with you?
Yeah, do it with
follow
me.
along,
Yeah,
okay.
follow along. So you take the 7 of spades and the 8 of clubs,
7 of spades. 8. Where's the clubs? There they are.
and then you take the 8 of spades and 7 of clubs.
Oh.
7 of clubs and the 8 of
Okay.
spades. So you got 4 cards.
So you have the twin cards each
Yeah.
time, 2 black cards in this
Yeah.
case, and you start by putting, in this case, in my case, you can take the ace, the 8
Should
of
we have
spades.
shuffled these by now?
You don't have to. You
Oh,
can,
okay.
but it's up to you.
I-
So you
I'm not
put
good at that.
the 1 8 at the bottom, the 8 of spades at the bottom,
Yep.
and the 7 of the other suit, you put it on top of the deck.
All right.
The
So-
7 of the. Oh,
Of
this
the-
is the.
This is spades, so you take the club and you put that on top.
Okay.
Perfect. Great,
Yeah.
Sam. So you have the 8 at the bottom, spades, 7 clubs at the top. No one sees that, so you make sure you don't do it.
Okay.
And I did a magic technique that I'm not going to teach, which is a special shuffle.
All right.
So I kept them in place. And now you take out the other 2 cards,
Yes.
the matching cards.
Yes.
Yes.
So the 8 of clubs as opposed to the 8 of spades, and the 7 of spades as opposed to the 7 of clubs.
Right.
And you only draw attention to the color. You don't say I have an 8 of clubs and a 7 of spades.
Okay.
You just say I have a black 8 and a black 7.
Okay.
And because people don't pay that much attention, unfortunately, they won't notice the difference.
Well, fortunately.
Well, I honestly, you know, when you talk to people, very few people actually listen to you.
It's true.
So you take the 8, you put it anywhere in the deck. Exactly.
So you put the 8 anywhere in the deck.
The 8 or the 7. You take any of the cards. Say, I'll take the first black 8. I put it there.
Right.
Then I take the second card, the black 7. I put it in the middle.
Yeah.
Then you square the deck.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not very good at this. Hang on.
Well,
there we go.
because you haven't practiced.
I haven't
It's
practiced
normal.
at all.
It's normal.
All right.
Right, there we go.
So then you can show them from a profile and show that they're actually separated.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And,
And
you
then
push
you
them in.
push them in,
Yeah.
flush with the deck.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then you say, now I'm going to do the ninja move,
I'm going to the ninja move.
or I'm going to show you the fastest trick in the world. You just snap your finger, do any magical motion. And this is the thing. You hold the deck between your hands like a crab,
Yeah.
thumb at the top, fingers at the bottom.
Yeah.
And you're basically squeezing the 8 and the 7 that are both at the bottom at the 8. I'll try to do it in slow motion. And
Yeah.
all you do is like a jerking motion, which is going to kick the entire deck out.
Right.
And you just skip the top and bottom card. Great job, Ian. Great job. Let's do it again. Travis, can we focus
might
on
not
Ian?
happen a
Do it
second
again.
time.
Do it
Can I do-
again. Show the audience.
It
Do it
may not
again.
happen a second time.
All right. I'm not sure you can see my hands, but
Just
let's,
thumb at the top. Yes.
like that.
And Sam too. Fantastic.
Oh yeah.
Wow. And you
Well,
have the
thank you.
eyes. Yes.
I've been watching you
and
a lot.
Sam did it
And
too.
now I did on my dove hands.
Yeah. Look at that.
Look at the pose.
I love it.
Yeah.
All right.
So that's our little
I
lesson in
love
magic.
that. I hope we try that at home. If not,
That's
do
brilliant.
it. It's brilliant.
Practice
you.
it.
Impressive
practice
friends.
it. Find a good script, and don't do it until you have practiced it perfectly.
You can
All
see
right.
me in
Practice
the end.
perfect makes
I've never done
perfect.
that.
You see me and Ian at the Tropicana.
Yes.
2025 when we've perfected it.
No, at the Valet is where we'll be doing our show.
Street magic down on Fremont.
Yes.
That'll be us.
Yes.
Oh, I love that.
That is
very
great. What do you think about that,
You'll
everybody?
be a Samishan.
But yes, submission.
Good. Samishan.
Let me Samish you.
I love it. I love it. See, now I know a trick. I used to be an illusionist assistant.
Yes.
You probably know him.
Who did you work with?
Bruce Block.
Oh, you work with
Yeah,
Bruce
on
Block.
the cruise
Yes.
ships. Yeah, so we
yes.
did all the Houdini stuff.
Cool.
Oh, very good.
Yeah.
Very good.
I've never met Bruce, but I've heard of him.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, thank you. Are we going to get another trick before the end of the show?
We don't have to. It's up to you.
Well, we'll see how it goes.
yeah.
But prior to that, stay with us because we're going to just do a couple of other things. I think, in this particular, guys, for the very last time, it's time to do This Day in Music.
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we are here at the end of 2020. Today we are going to show you what's happened in this day in music. My host, Ian Harrington.
That was another good one. That was very,
It was, and
very
even
sexy.
though I check it out, as I say, a bit crappy today. So I'm not gonna do that, but I still think we should have one more rendition of "It's Checker Day."
It's Check-a-Day! It's Check-a-Day! It's the day we check all the days. It's Check-a-Day! I got the graphic for days. It's Check-a-Day, the last one of 2020. Then we do it all again next year.
That is some graphic.
That's brilliant. There you go. Well done. Well done. Good job on that.
No
But
one will ever do that like you ever again.
we're going back to This Day
is
in Music.
coconut. This is coconut. Isn't it?
You carry on. Don't mind me. All right, This Day in Music. 1956. Elvis Presley made chart history by having 10 songs on Billboard Top 100 for the weekend ending December 19th.
Wow.
10 songs in the top
10.
100. That's crazy, isn't it? In 1962, Bob Dylan, during his first visit to the UK, performed at the Troubadour in London. Mm-hmm. In 1966, Paul McCartney was working at Abbey Road Studios. He was writing, he began recording Penny Lane on this day in 1966, which was pretty awesome. Also in 1966, the Jimi Hendrix Experience made their debut on Top of the Pops, performing Hey Joe.
Do I know that song?
Yes, you do.
Sing it.
You do. No, well, it's like, Hey Joe. It's like I can't.
Hey,
you know.
Joe.
But did you do Top of the Pops?
No.
I did Top of the Pops.
I did Hitman and Her.
Oh, very good.
With, what's his name?
I did
Dennis Waterman.
TOTP back in about 1992.
Do you know what we're talking about?
Yeah, are all those milestones for
This
today?
day, just this
actual
day.
day. Okay,
Yes, this actual date.
Where did Billy Mack rate with his "I feel it in my fingers"?
That's a Love Actually reference, isn't
Oh,
it?
yeah.
Yes. That wasn't real.
It wasn't.
So, on this day in 1968, David, pay attention.
Forgive me.
Led Zeppelin appeared at the Civic Auditorium, Portland, on their first North American tour, opening for Vanilla Fudge.
Vanilla Fudge?
I don't even know what Vanilla Fudge is, but could you imagine being like Led Zeppelin was the opening act?
Yeah, and now here's Vanilla Fudge.
That's pretty crazy, isn't it? I'm not sure we had an awful lot more actually that was of interest. There's a lot here. I think there's some birthdays as well. Hold on,
there's a very important one that Mick has just posted. And on this day in music, 2020, Lad Baby had their third consecutive Christmas #1 in the UK. Do you know who Lad Baby is?
No.
The Sausage Roll song.
No.
And they raise money for charity. Mick, which charity? Is it the same charity as it was the last 2 years? I'll send you a link. It's a couple, and they're very funny on social media, and they recorded this sausage roll song, and
It's still here.
I think one of it was
Alex brought it.
I
Can we see
love
this?
sausage rolls.
Here's
That
a sausage
Joan
roll.
Jett song.
Alex just
But
brought
they've
the sausage
raised
roll.
so
There
much
it
money.
is.
So if anyone can tell me how much money they've raised and who they raised it for this year, that
Wow.
would be fab.
Okay, good to know. Good to know. Well, I think that was pretty much it. Other than the fact, in 1946, Marianne Faithfull, the English singer-songwriter, actress, and one-time girlfriend of Mick Jagger.
Yeah.
It was her birthday. It is her birthday today. She's still alive.
What about Joni Mitchell?
Well, he is old.
It's not her birthday today.
That's another
Otherwise
Love
it would
Actually
tell me.
He's
reference.
And that was this day in music.
I wasn't ready. Hold on. Wait. That was This Day in Music, everyone. Dove.
Dove hands.
Dove.
You have to do the
Dove
dove hands.
Dove.
Right, let's talk about magician choreography.
No,
on.
can we not? It's
You
the
know,
one
no,
thing
I
that
think
really is quite...
You know what? But I think it's a great topic.
I love the dove hands and all this stuff.
So what's your take on it, Sam?
It looks ridiculous,
Yes.
but we're so used to it that we think it's all right.
Ian, what about you? I want to know.
I mean,
I want to know. I
It's
hate the I want
embellishment to the things that
Well,
you're doing.
Here's my interpretation of we calling it dove hands?
Dove hands.
Dove
That's
hands or whatever you
When
want
you
to
go
call
to like
it.
the big box illusions or
Yeah.
something. Here's my interpretation how I would apply it to this show.
Okay. Oh,
That's awesome. Yes. See?
round the mic.
Wait. All of that for hello.
Yes. Yes.
And that's the thing that bothers me. It's like
It's
Okay.
lead you in and it leads you out.
May I share my take?
Go on.
well,
I
you probably
love what
should.
you just said, and you are so right in my opinion. First of all, I've always wondered, where is it coming from?
Yes.
Who created those theatrical movements?
Yes.
I understand that there are some where they're time fillers for pragmatic reasons.
Yes.
But then I'm like, can't you find something else? I'll give you an example. There's this classic called The Metamorphosis.
I've done it. I've
And
done it.
So the magician or the magician's partner step on the trunk, the other one is inside the trunk, then they raise the curtain, and then they start shaking the curtain.
Yeah.
I'm like, why are you shaking
The
that curtain?
curtain.
Can't you just raise it and then do the thing?
Then do the thing, yeah.
No, because you have to
I
wait
know-
for
I
some
know
reason.
why. Yes. I
Yes.
know
But
why.
there's a way to theatrically change it, and I think David was a master at this, even though he had a lot of theatrical movements in his shows.
Mr.
And Penn
Copperfield?
and Teller are the same, and I will use Penn and Teller as a great example of this non-theatrical magic, and I want to be like that in a lot of my motions. It's the pragmatic, it's the minimalism of motion.
Right.
You can point to something or highlight something without being overly theatrical. And my big question is, and I do it myself sometimes. I don't do it to kill time because I really try to be minimalist in everything. Economy of motion, minimalism of motion. But it happens sometimes. I remember doing a thing, we were working on a show in 2006, and my coach, acting coach, director, Gaston from Germany, he was like, why are you doing it like this way? Why don't you just show it? I'm like, yeah, you're right. So we really worked on this non-theatrical demeanor. And I don't know why we have that. I would really love to have a magic historian, and we have so many.
Who started
that
it?
person started
Yes.
it, and we need to end it.
We want to know.
That and
We
fabulous
need,
hair.
We need to kill it. We need to
But
kill
it's
it.
omnipresent. Even if you look at opera, musicals, it's a show business thing. I don't think it's necessarily a magic thing.
Yeah.
But it's
Yeah, it's like when everybody's on the red carpet and they do the finger point.
Exactly.
I can't stand it.
But that's also technique, I was taught by one of our big names in magic that the moment you point, you show your superiority as opposed to the fan next to you or something. It's an alpha thing. And I'm like, that's ridiculous. But, there's all these pseudo show business rules. Yeah, and those theatrical motions are part of it, which I go like, why are we doing that?
Let's also talk about the costumes as well then.
Oh, dear.
Briefly.
The Matrix black coat.
Briefly, the next show's coming on shortly. So.
Yeah, we'll hurry up. We have 1 minute.
See, Sam didn't actually have any assets and videos to send today, so instead she's just
I filled it all in myself.
But you're right about the
Talking your ear
costumes. I think very few magicians have real designers. I have my friend Tanya. Tanya Popovich. She's a master at costumes. She has taste. I saw some of her videos not long ago. She's dressed like a queen.
Yes.
And I love that. And it's not cheesy. It's not gawkish. It's just perfect. She looks perfect in them in any case. And magicians, I always remember the scene in Serendipity, one of my favorite movies as well, besides Love Actually, where John Cusack goes to the store and he tries on a suit. It's a Gucci suit. And the guy goes, hey, this is perfect. She's like, I look like a magician. And I'm like, you're so right. This is the cliche. And again, people like David Copperfield and other people have tried and succeeded partially to break that mold and just go, hey, I would wear that on a red carpet in Hollywood. And that's also how I try to dress.
And how are you going to stand out if you dress like everybody else?
Accessories.
Why would you be in a sea of all the same thing?
Yeah.
A sea of sameness, as they call it.
Well,
anyway,
all I can say is
it's 11 o'clock.
Congratulations on breaking the mold.
Yeah.
With your virtual show.
Oh, yeah. Thank you.
You really have.
Thank
you know, I mean, just because you're doing it here and we're helping you do it is regardless of the point. But no, you really have it. I can see how it really is taking that whole whatever genre this is to another level. And as Emily was saying, it's really finding the pieces of the art form that benefit from that platform rather than the ones that are just coexisting with it. So, but congratulations on doing that.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining us. And we look forward to doing more stuff in the new year.
Thanks for having me. I invited myself.
You basically did invite yourself. Yes.
That's okay.
So well done for that.
Thank you.
Now, usually at this point of the show, I ask Sam if she's got anything else. Usually it's memes that she wants to throw in at the end of the show. She's got nothing.
I don't have a meme, but I tell you something.
Well, no.
Did anyone watch EastEnders?
The what?
So a soap opera in England.
Oh no!
There's always
special.
something mental. Yeah, it goes on Christmas or New Year's Eve. I'm not going to give it away, of course. But someone tell me, did you not go?
Which is fine, but none of us in this room have it.
The best British
Yeah,
one
because
is
Ian
Fleabag.
likes to act like he's above everybody. Doesn't watch that kind of show.
No, I just don't get it.
But Ian and I love Fleabag.
It's
a whole
good.
other thing.
I love it.
Isn't that good?
I love it.
Such a good show.
But
And I'm really good at it.
Instead
I'm really
of,
good at it.
Instead of actually, you got no memes. So good. So good.
Go on. But wait a
But
minute.
I've got something.
Oh, have you? Good. I was saying because
This was my whole point.
But don't we need to look at the answers from the question that we posed earlier?
Nobody's answered it. It was that kind of year. Maybe one or two. If you can find them, then great. But I think people are like, I got nothing good to say about 2020. So, that's about it.
Go on, show us what you've got.
I've got some tweets because I didn't want to do the memes. So I thought I'll do some
Is
tweets.
it funny tweets?
Well, that's subjective. I mean, they made me giggle.
Oh, good.
So we've got 3. So here's the first one, which I saw. Wow, I love Enya.
Scale away, scale away, scale away.
I thought that was pretty funny.
That's a good one.
I like it.
And the next one before you put it up is well, I wasn't sure whether to run it on the show or not, but I thought it was funny.
In good jest, everyone.
Yes. Still haunted by my GCSE German speaking exam when the examiner asked what I liked doing and I said reading, and she asked what books I liked and I panicked and said the name of the only book I knew the title of in German. Yeah, that one.
Is it what I think it is?
See, and
What
that
is
works.
it?
Yes, exactly.
Help
It's just
me.
that one. No, we'll tell you afterwards. But yes,
Oh.
that one. That one. I just thought that was funny, And anyway, on something a little bit more simplistic, A guy who I was meant to go on a date with has now cancelled on me 3 times. I just sent him a message saying, I swear I just saw you in the corner shop in Notting Hill.
Awesome.
And sent him this, and he blocked me.
Awesome.
Flake.
Flake.
Oh, that's brilliant. That's good.
I thought that was pretty funny.
Do you remember the one I sent you last week? I wish I still had it.
Who's Lee Pert? That's the guy who posted it.
Yeah, all these people. They get their little...
minute of fame.
Funny.
It was I don't have it on me, but it was a meme of baby Jesus with Mary and Joseph. And the caption is, I ordered baby cheeses, and Jesus is and baby Jesus is in an Amazon box.
Awesome. That's cute.
So, but what I ordered as opposed to what I got,
That's
so
hilarious.
baby cheeses and a baby Jesus.
So I think with that, we're kind of pretty much going to be wrapping up the year, and everything that goes with it. I mean, in a way, I'm sure we really want to say goodbye to 2020 for many reasons.
Mm-hmm.
And I think next year we're going to be doing some different kind of items and some, giving it some thought.
Zhuzh it up a little bit.
Is really what I'm talking about. But we do want to thank, and this sounds very cliche by itself, but you guys for actually tuning in and going along with us. We've been going a year and a couple of months. But this time last year, we were getting ready for our New Year's Eve show at the pub. And nobody knew what the year ahead was going to have in toll for us.
But what we've done is we've kept this show going through this whole pandemic.
Yeah, and it's been tough sometimes because there hasn't been a lot of other topics rather than the normal.
Yeah, I mean we've made it work.
We got away with it. I think
we got away with it because I think it's been difficult.
Yes, you may
for
say
people.
something.
You much more than got away with it. I honestly, I honestly love what you're doing, and you're right. It's been a challenging year to find topics, guests, and everything.
Yeah.
And I just think you did an amazing job.
I
admire you for it, and I mean it. I'm not just sugarcoating the whole thing, as you say here.
I appreciate that.
I really love what you're doing, and I just admire how you did it and what you did.
Thank
Seriously.
you so much. That's so nice.
No, I really
but
do
yeah,
appreciate that.
we've kept it going in every scenario possible. Even when it had to be closed here, we did it from our homes, and
we've done it in all sorts of ways.
Every which way possible. So we're prepared for everything.
But yeah, and we're also very thankful to also all the groups that carry us as well when we share it out and they don't block it, which is a nice thing.
Or kick us out the group.
Brits in LA, the Brits in Texas, Brits
Obviously
in Florida,
our British groups here in Vegas
and
as
overseas.
well.
Even we've got Stuttgart Expats as well, which is the group in Germany, and Barry
Stuttgart,
yes, of course,
the Schwäbisch guys.
That one too.
Yeah.
So thanks to all of those administrators and groups and individuals for watching,
and all our amazing guests that came on, including yourself, and it's been wonderful, hasn't it?
Exactly. But I think.
That's good.
I think at this point, though, there's really only one person that can see us out on this show today.
Yeah, and I'm going to cry.
We didn't really discuss how this was going to look, but I think it's time for Travis to see us out of the show. So from Sam and from myself and from David and from our other co-host, Emily, who was very grateful. Thanks for joining us through the magic of technology there. So thanks very much for joining us and being with us on Spill the Tea. And to take us out, and he can control his own outro music, it's Travis.
Thank you, everyone, so much for an awesome year. I really love doing the show. 2021 is going to be great for all of us. I guarantee it. Trust me. And stay safe.
Oh, thank you.